Comment, guys. Hit that like button. Share it out. Subscribe. Let's get this thing going. Yo, what up, guys? Hit that like button, man.
This is a sickness.
It is a sickness to the highest order. Don't cross the border. How are you guys going? How are you guys feeling? How are you guys going, man? I mean, it's Sunday. It's a cool and easy Sunday evening. And today, like always, let's thumb these ponies out. Let's expose these lies and let's highlight the things that, other channels are not highlighting. If it's one thing I promise you will get here is that these ponies are going to get the work. Now, let me give some shout outs here. We have the first in the chat, Anonymous Boss. Anonymous Boss. He's the only boss that is anonymous. Then we have a pony himself, Nick. Special Nick, Kitty Nick, Nick the hating Nick. That's a pony there. Then we have Biarios. Biarios, man, a big time supporter. Yo, what up, Biarios? 706 Gamer. 706 Gamer. And then we have J Fitness. Is this my is this my second channel? J Fitness Health. Yeah, man, we gotta do some fitness videos, man. Come on, man. Then we have Raja 316, man. Raja 316. How are you going, man? Who else we have here? We have Xcoin. Xcoin. Is this like a crypto coin something? Be careful. Xcoin. Yeah, buddy. Then we have, of course, Gaming Hero, the only hero to save these gaming streets, man. Gaming Hero Nico, come on. What up? He's the only hero you need. Gaming Hero. Now today we have a couple of topics for you guys. Of course, if you throw something in the chat, it will stay up. You will be the stream sponsor for the night. It will remain up until someone else put something in the chat, and then we'll have that up, right? So let's begin this show, man. So first up, let's take a look at PlayStation. Let's take a look at this PlayStation essentials for the month of September. We know that PlayStation gives nothing less than the bangers in PlayStation Plus. We have Biarios, the channel sponsor for tonight, Biarios. We both know you buying a Pro day one. And Astrobot, hells to the no. PlayStation ain't getting my money. For what? Come on, man, Biarios, come on. But thank you for the super chat. So let's look at the PlayStation essentials for the month of September. As I said before, PlayStation gives you nothing. I expect nothing less than the hits for this PlayStation Plus subscription for the month of September. Let's see what PlayStation have in store for us. Right, so right off, we have the poll here from Push Square, and they're asking their crowd, their fans, are you happy with your PlayStation Plus essential games for the month of September? Let's see these bangers coming in here, man. Let's see these bangers. So we have the first up. It says another month, another set of PlayStation Plus essentials, games for subscribers to hopefully enjoy. But they make sure they put hopefully in brackets. They know why. September's offering is made up of 3 PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 titles. Who else we have in the chat here before I continue? We have Teddy Rumskins. That name sounds familiar. Rumpelstiltskin? Something like that. Lincoln Clay VR. The only man playing VR in a 10-mile radius. Lincoln Clay VR. Let's continue. It says, one of which is the brand new release, Harry Potter Quidditch Champion. So we have some bangers here. So you PlayStation Plus subscribers, you guys will be playing Harry Potter. Yes, Harry Potter. You guys will be playing a banger here, Quidditch. Who want to race on some brooms, man? Which one of you ponies want to race on some brooms tonight? We have the first channel member, Adidas. How you going, man? Adidas, let me put that up. The first channel member, man, come on. Adidas, what up? Welcome to the island, man. Welcome. So yeah, you guys will be playing some bangers this month. Ponies, you guys have Quidditch. You guys have MLB The Show 24. Now, there is something strange going on. I know MLB The Show is a PlayStation title. How is Sony now getting MLB The Show on the PlayStation Plus? Now, let me just check something here, guys. Let me just check something here with Game Pass, because something is not right. I mean, why is PlayStation not treating their PlayStation Plus essential players like first-class citizens? Let me look at something here, and you guys tell me if PlayStation is doing their fans a bit dirty. Look at this. Is this MLB The Show on Game Pass since the month of March 18? So MLB The Show 24 came onto Game Pass since March the 19th. But we are just seeing that PlayStation Plus subscribers is getting it in the month of September. What's going on here? Are you saying that PlayStation Plus subscribers got a PlayStation game before PlayStation onto their service? Wow. PlayStation, if you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus, you should be feeling sick at this point in time. At this point in time, you should be feeling sick, because this is unheard of. This is unheard of. Now let's look at this again. Let's look at this list again. Now we even have the horror sequel saying Little Nightmares 2. We are seeing that this 2 was on Game Pass months ago. So Sony is giving you guys games that Xbox players was playing months ago, right? Months ago. So this is crazy. This is madness. Now let's see how the PlayStation community is feeling about these games, because we have a poll here and we will see how this poll is going. right? So let's see what they say. So they ask, are you happy with your PlayStation Plus Essential games for the month of September 2024? Now, if I was a PlayStation subscriber, I would have felt cheated. I would have felt, I would have feel abused to know that one of my games was on an Xbox platform before it came to my platform or my service, right? Is there anybody new in the chat here? Hey, Backstrap man, what up, what up, what up, Backstrap man, right? We have another channel member. Who is this here? Biarios? Biarios! Welcome, man. Welcome to the island. Sit down, get your pina colada. We are drinking, man. But we drink responsibly. Right? So let's see. If I was a PlayStation subscriber, I would feel very slighted by this. So let's see. I would say no. This is a crap selection. Let's see what they say here. Let's see what the votes say. Vote. Woo! You guys ain't feeling the PlayStation Plus Essentials for this month, because 44% of these ponies are saying this selection is crap. Not just any kind of crap. We are talking about horse crap. You understand what I'm saying? The big type. Hot and steamy horse crap. 44% of you guys do not like this PlayStation Plus Essentials. And you guys are paying for it. You guys are paying for this. Nico, the gaming hero. I have a basic PlayStation Plus tier. Let me put that up. Nico, man. Let me see what Nico say here. Nico said, I have a basic PlayStation Plus tier. The rest not worth it. So this is a PlayStation guy here. This is a PlayStation guy, and he's saying that he is contented. He is happy with the basic PlayStation Plus, right? But let's see, what about this Harry Potter game? Would the PlayStation community be happy with the Harry Potter game? Flying on broomsticks, flying on in the night. You know, let's see, which one of these games do you think is the best game? Would they be looking forward to the Harry Potter, Little Nightmares, MLB The Show, or none of them, to be honest? I am thinking none of them. But let's see, I could be wrong. Let's see. Woo! 50% of you ponies and jabronis are saying that PlayStation is robbing you guys without a gun. Who is paying for this service? Who is paying for PlayStation Plus Essentials, PlayStation Plus Premium? None of 50% of you ponies ain't feeling these games. I mean, I am not saying this. Numbers don't lie at the end of the day. They are giving you guys Harry Potter, Little Nightmares, and a game that was on Game Pass since March. MLB The Show 24 was on Game Pass since March, and Sony is now giving you guys this. This is sick. This is sad. Wouldn't you say so, ponies? This is sad. Let me see who came new to the chat. Mike. Everybody wants to be like Mike. What up? We had Raja. We have Xbox is King. Welcome. Welcome, man. Welcome, guys. Yeah, buddy. So here we have. So the next story we have for you guys today is that we are seeing articles popping up that, it is worse than we thought when it comes to Concord. And I know everyone is still having the discussion. I thought this Concord discussion would have died, guys. But apparently, it ain't dead yet. This Concord discussion is going down in history. This game flopped so hard, jeez, that it makes Bleeding Edge look like a Game of the Year contender. This game flopped so hard. Jeez. We have Carlos Gomez, man. No, Carlos Hernandez. What up? Let's look at this. But you know who I blame? Everyone is looking to see who we could point blame at when it comes to this Concord debacle. And I would point the blame at the PlayStation gamers. Here's why. Let me show you guys something. Someone on Twitter did the investigation for us, right? Look at this. I blame the PlayStation gamers. Because, to my knowledge, PlayStation gamers said that they buy their games, that their games always hit, that they have money to buy games, right? But could somebody explain this to me? Look at this. Let me blow this up and let me start it over. So this is a guy who went on the top games for PlayStation and he did some investigation. He was looking to see if Concord would have been in the top 10 most played games for PlayStation. Not for PC, but for PlayStation. Look at what it's saying here. Look at this. We have 2K25, so these ponies again are playing a multiplat. We have, okay, Star Wars Outlaws, all right, that's okay. We have Madden 25, another multiplat these ponies are playing. All right, I'm not seeing the first party bangers. All right, I'm seeing college football 25, all right? And that is number 4, number 5. We are seeing Valorant. These ponies love their Genshin Impact. These ponies love their Roblox. The First Descendant. NBA 2K24. And Minecraft. Where is Concord ponies? Why isn't any PlayStation gamer playing Concord? This is yours. This is your firstborn child. This came from you. This came from the hands of a PlayStation studio. Why isn't these PlayStation gamers playing, these games? Biarios, a channel member, says Genshin Impact is fire. Yeah, it's fire. Sony would have capitalized on that in the early days. All right, we have some new persons who would have come onto the stream. We have a shoe and a dream. That's all he needed to conquer this life. All he needed was a shoe and a dream, and he conquered the life. We have El Unico. What is that? Cucho. El Unico. Cucho, what's that? I hope that's not a bad word there, man. El Unico. Cucho, welcome. So these ponies are not even playing their own game. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. That's what the evidence shows. Somebody did the investigations for us. But it just so happened that a PlayStation website would have written an article. That PlayStation website is the same PlayStation website that we just saw the poll on. That is Push Square. Notice the article that Push Square would have written about how bad Concord was or is. Look at this here, guys. And you tell me what you think about it. So Push Square, they are writing an article saying Concord PS5 PC sales estimates are somehow even worse than we thought. An unbelievable 25,000 copies. What? I didn't read that over. Let me put on my glasses. Let me drink some water here because I think I'm dehydrated and I'm seeing things. Are you telling me that these guys boast that they have over 70 million with an M consoles and only 25,000 ponies would have bought Concord? Did Dreamcast buy 10,000 of them? What is going on here? Why it's only 25,000? Let's read the article and see what's going on here. Right? It says It doesn't take a genius to realize that Concord has bombed. Oh Lord. Ooh, buddy. Right? It don't take a genius to see that, guys. Sony's PlayStation 5 and PC hero shooter has, by all accounts, seriously struggled to attach players. At this point, it's common knowledge that the title almost immediately crashed and burned on Steam. What's going on here, man? Where it's frankly dismal user number are publicly available. It took just days for the game's concurrent player count to drop into double-digit figures. At the time of writing, it sits at a borderline unbelievable 64 players. Say what you want about Redfall. The first 2 weeks of Redfall, we didn't see 64. Now everyone said here what Redfall was mediocre. Redfall was not the game they were expecting. But 64? 64? Alright, let's go on. But what about on the PlayStation 5? So this is it. Normally, PlayStation 5, we don't get the numbers of PlayStation 5. We have a super chat from Tommy Bull. Tommy Bull. Now, Tommy Bull would have dethroned the gaming hero, and now Tommy Bull is now up on the board. Tommy Bull is saying, remember to compare PlayStation 5 Pro versus 600 Series X glitter. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, Tommy Bull. Right, don't worry. Thank you for that super chat. Let's continue. So it says that the general consensus is that Concord will have sold better on Sony's system because the Sony fans says that they said they does buy games. They said that they support their studios, right? Where marketing has been more aggressive. But with the Steam numbers being so damningly low, it's difficult to imagine the title doing that much better on console, right? And so the analysts have started weighing in, and the picture that they have painted is somehow even more disastrous than we had anticipated. For starters, industry veteran Matt Piscatella via IGN says that Monday, the 26th of August, Concord ranked at 147th for daily active players on PlayStation 5. And it equates to 0.2. No, buddy. Nah. Anonymous boss, you're right. These ponies did not even make Concord have 1%.
This is a sickness. It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
Are you seeing this? Concord equates to just 0.2% of the entire player base. Of all PlayStation 5 users, just 3 days after the game's full release. Now, this is going to cost Sony. This is going to cost Sony big time. I am telling you, somebody head has to roll for this. Jim Ryan is no longer with us. He's out of here. Jim Ryan right now is sipping mojitos on the island, and he's saying, let it burn, let it burn. You gotta let it burn. That is what Jim Ryan is singing right now. He has Usher on repeat. Hey, Jim Ryan has Usher on repeat. Let it burn. Because what he did, is bad. It gets worse. Analyst Simeon Calles recently published a report on Concord through the Game Discover Co. newsletter paywall, which attempts to break down trends on how games are discovered and why they end up selling like they do. Through his analysis of available data, Calles also via IGN estimates that Concord has sold around 25,000 copies in total. This is bad. It's roughly 15,000 on PlayStation 5 and 10,000 on PC. If accurate, that's beyond abysmal. And just an out, though I don't know what word is that. It's worth mentioning that our video producer Aaron has actually been playing Concord on PlayStation 5 over the last week or so, and even he's starting to notice drastically increased waiting times when searching for players. We're talking 4 to 5 to 6 minutes per game compared to when the matchmaking was pretty much instantaneously during the review period. Wow. This is bad. So, again, we could call out the PlayStation fans. They had a right to, have this game at least doing a little better, but they didn't buy the games. But I mean, this goes without saying. We know PlayStation fans, the attach rate for some of their titles is not the best. You will get good attach rates for maybe Spider-Man. You will get good attach rates for maybe God of War. But all the rest of first-party games that Sony has, we never really saw good attach rates for that. Let's be honest, right? So it goes without saying. So, I mean, this is a sad outcome. I hope the developers, does, get something. But somebody's looking like they're going to get fired. Tommy Bull again for the next $2 dono. He said, Microsoft spent $100 billion. But Black Ops is not a topic. Black Ops don't need to be a topic, Tommy Bull. Black Ops is Black Ops, man. That is a juggernaut. Don't matter if it is not on Game Pass. It doesn't matter if it is on Game Pass. Call of Duty is going to sell gangbusters. You know it. I know it. We know that, right? So let's be honest here. So thank you for that $2 donor, you pony. Now let's talk about the PlayStation 5. Let's talk about the PlayStation 5. You see, the PlayStation 5 Pro is on the horizon. And a lot of rumors are coming on stream. Now, I did not watch this video, but I have a video here that we are going to react to of someone who would have done the digging for us. And he is going to help us to see, what these ponies are in store. Would these ponies buy the PlayStation 5 Pro in droves? Or would these guys, just like the other time, be capping and cooning? We'll have to wait and see. We would have to wait and see. Let's look at this here. Let's look at this video of all the leaks of the PlayStation 5 Pro. You guys ready? Let me load down the song here in the background. Let me load this song down. All right? And let's play this video. Let's play this video here, man.
New details regarding the upcoming PlayStation 5 Pro. We got our first ever look at the new console, as well as some details about the release date. We've also got a couple leaks about the potential games we could...
Let's now raise up this quality.
could see releasing alongside it. So we've got a lot to talk about, so check the video chapters for easy viewing. And without further delay, let's get into the video. So at this point, the PlayStation 5 Pro is the worst kept secret in the entire gaming industry. We know that
we have the president, Jim Ryan, sipping that mojitos and singing "Let It Burn" on the island, is in the chat. President Jim Ryan, welcome, man, welcome.
PlayStation is going to be revealing soon, but just yesterday, a known leaker.
Let me ask the chat something. When do you think the PlayStation 5 Pro would be announced? Would it be the first week in September, the second week in September, the third week in September? Let me know.
Provided us a lot of information about the console in a recent blog post. And the report starts off by saying the following: PlayStation's gaming community is starting, if not already, to stir about several upcoming events and products from Sony. This has obviously been fueled by many rumors about them. Some of the rumors are the holding of a possible PlayStation Showcase event, and these rumors had unfortunately been in place for months and were being reborn systematically after every State of Play event. And Sony, Jeff Grubb, who often has some very reliable sources, touched a word during the live Game Mess morning. According to him, it was the State of Play instead of the PlayStation Showcase that would be.
That's another topic that we have to discuss, guys. We are seeing Sony moving away from the PlayStation Showcase and is sticking with the PlayStation State of Play. Now, why do you think Sony is doing this? I believe it's because they have no games. These guys have no big titles to show, and because of that, they are not doing like the major showcase. I mean, the biggest game they might have is Death Stranding, the sequel to Death Stranding by Kojima. I think that's the biggest title they are going to have maybe when releasing the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, I did see a picture with Kojima playing a game, and there was like a cover, like he was covering something. So I believe Death Stranding is going to be the game that Sony is going to use to push the PlayStation 5 Pro sales, right? But yeah, Sony is no longer having the PlayStation Showcase. They are sticking with the Sony State of Play, I believe, because they have no heavy hitters. That is why they are sticking with this Sony State of Play title. We have a new, somebody new just came into the chat. We have Oscar. What? Oscar? Oscar, what up?
Held in late September of 2024. The other part of the rumors is the release date of the PlayStation 5 Pro. This supposed console has been talked about since late last year, and its launch is still planned, according to some rumors, by the end of 2024. This article summarizes the rumors already mentioned in the past. It then touched on the fact that some game developers already received development kits, and while I quote stating, while some game developers have already received development kits from the PlayStation 5 Pro, no one is yet familiar with the final design of the console, and we will have the opportunity to unveil it to you exclusively in this article. We will also share our recent discoveries about Sony's upcoming console, and then the report shifts focus to the information they currently have about the PlayStation 5 Pro. So the official name of this next upcoming console, no surprises to have here, because we now have the certainty that the console will be called the PlayStation 5 Pro, or the
like Sherlock, what do you think Sony was going to call it? Of course, it's the PlayStation 5 Pro. Was that a thing? Didn't we know that the name of the mid-gen refresh would have been called the PlayStation 5 Pro? Come on. We had the PlayStation 4 Pro. I mean, Sony don't really go wild with the names. Yo, what up, El Nini? El Nini, what up, man? What up? Yeah, Sony don't go wild with the names. Sony stick to a regular naming convention. They just move it up. So they had the PlayStation 4 Pro. They are going to have the PlayStation 5 Pro. I mean, Microsoft should kind of stay away from the Xbox Series because, I mean, it could be confusing for some non-gamers. They should have a very clear naming convention for the next Xbox console. right?
The PS5 Pro. Next up, they talked about the design of the PlayStation 5 Pro. We were able to obtain a visual from the front panel of the final packaging carton of the new console. This allowed us to get an idea of the final design of the PlayStation 5 Pro. This has never been leaked before for copyright reasons, and we will not be able to show this visual. However, you can see below a sketch designed by...
Look at this here. So this is what your PlayStation 5 Pro is going to look like. The PlayStation 5 Pro looks like another lazy design. And a matter of fact, those 3 lines look like fish gills. And if there's one thing who knows about fish gills is me. This thing looks like fish gills. Look at this. Is this the best they could have done in the design department? 3 lines? Come on, guys. Come on, Sony. You basically, somebody was fishing. They saw the gills of a fish and they said, wow, this is going to make this is going to make a fabulous console. Wow. Masterful design.
By us that illustrates the design of the PS5 Pro. So as you can see on the screen right here, this is what the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to look like according to them. They then said it is possible to see a design very similar to the PlayStation 5 Slim. The same white color and the outer facade of the console will be found as well, with 2 USB-C ports, and the power button will also be present on the front of the console. The first difference from our sketch is the
Now, let me ask you guys something. Do you think, because I saw or I heard a lot of ponies saying it, that the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to push 8K? The PlayStation 5 Pro, you guys are listening to me carefully. These ponies are saying they have it on good sources and good horses that this console is going to push 8K. What you guys think about that?
Presence of 3 black stripes in the middle of the exterior facades of the PlayStation 5 Pro. However, the type of exterior still remains similar to that of the PlayStation 5 Slim, and we imagine that to be possible to reuse some spare facades for the design of the PlayStation 5 Slim. The other difference that we can see since the final visual of the PS5 Pro is its thickness. Indeed, the PS5 Pro appears to be slightly thicker than the PlayStation 5 Slim. So from the sound,
the PlayStation 5 Pro is slightly thicker than Lizzo. The PlayStation 5 Pro is, if the PlayStation 5 is so big, this thing would be as thick as Lizzo. Come on. You guys would need to, redesign your entertainment center to fit this beast into your entertainment center. Right? Come on.
Sounds of it, the PlayStation 5 Pro is indeed going to be just the PlayStation 5 Slim, but a bit bigger with some side grates. They then continued by discussing the disc reader, to which they said, unfortunately, we are not yet sure about this one. Indeed, the visual...
Somebody said, take us Rick Ross.
Well, that's been shown has not shown a disc reader on the PlayStation 5 Pro. And even if we think that won't be the case, we'll definitely have to ignore the existence of the disc player edition. Although it may be possible to put a disc drive like the PlayStation 5 Slim, it is thought to be the commercial choice of Sony in order to launch the console on the market with a...
I thought the Sony fans was up in arms for, they're not supporting disc. I thought that Sony was the only console that was supporting the DVD drives and so forth, but it's looking like the PlayStation 5 Pro will not have any disc reader. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what it says.
Price. And the only way that you can get a lower price of a console is by lower.
Now, don't forget, guys. Right now we have this pony Tommy Bull is up on the screen. We could kick Tommy Bull off of the screen by somebody putting something into the chat. This thing is up here too long. Get him out of there.
or in the specs or the additions that are added to the console. So getting it on the market with a competitive price by reducing some of the options in the console, that's probably the route that Sony is trying to take. They also confirmed that the controller will stay as the DualSense 5 controller or the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. So we will not be seeing any new controller for this console, which I didn't expect we would, especially since this is just kind of a mid-generation console refresh and not an entirely new generation of console. Lastly, they talked about the big announcement date for the PS5 Pro console, to which they said while Sony's plans could change at any time, the PS5 Pro would be announced very soon. We anticipate that this announcement will be made.
Yeah, because I mean, Sony need to say something, because these Sony fans are starving for whatever showcase they can. Right now, things are not looking good for Sony when it comes to the hype around their brand. A lot of fans are fed up of Sony's being mute, not saying anything. They're not seeing any major games. Again, I believe that the game that they would try to use to push this console is Death Stranding. They might have a few other games up their sleeves, but we'll have to wait and see. I know that the majority of the games was pushed back because of their games as a service. Sony was pushing games as a service heavy, so I don't know if Jim Ryan would have canceled games because he wanted to push games as a service. We didn't hear from Wolverine as yet. I mean, Wolverine has been, making for some time now. We still have to look for Marathon. I mean, what would Sony show at this showcase? What will Sony show? Right?
In the first half of September of 2024, which is pretty wild to think about. It feels like the PS5 just released and we've already gotten a refresh with the PlayStation 5 Slim, and now we're getting the PlayStation 5 Pro. My biggest concern that if it releases this year, it's like, who is this console for? Right now, the first party lineup for the PlayStation 5 games is a bit lacking. We're not going to be...
Yeah, and this was my point. Right now, Sony fans are not getting the kind of games that they want. Sony is giving these guys baby steps. Sony is literally saying, here what? We have a banger for you guys. We call it stepping with babies. Baby steps. Where a grown man can't walk. What are we doing here? What is really... So here we have Microsoft dropping bangers. Indiana Jones. We have Avowed. We have all these games coming to Xbox. And these guys are going to deal with baby steps, Astrobot, and also Lego Horizon. This is the PlayStation. So I'm asking, other than Death Stranding, what game do you think Sony would use to promote this? Who is this for? Who is the PlayStation 5 Pro for?
Be getting any new franchise games until next year, and that point around May. So it's hard to think that people will be forking out the potential $650 to buy the new PS5 Pro. In terms of games, I don't think people are going out in droves to buy this thing, especially if it's just for Astrobot. However,
Well, listen to me. When you guys see Concord on that PlayStation 5 Pro, buddy, Concord is going to shut the streets down. With the visuals, with the game clip, with the gameplay, 120 frames, 200 frames per second on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Yeah, Concord.
this could be primarily for GTA 6. Having a console that will be able to play GTA 6 at the best resolution and frame rate possible will be a big selling point. So in a way, PlayStation doesn't really have any first-party games ready, especially for this new console. So really quick, I wanted to pivot and talk about the leaked PlayStation 5 Pro specs. So if you didn't know, the PlayStation 5 Pro specs have reportedly been leaked, and that's according to the article that I covered earlier. So
let's
the
see.
SoC maintains the Zen 2 CPU architecture found.
So let's see these specs. All right, Zen 2. We have Viola is the code name. Project Trinity. Is that for the 3 guilds? Yeah, I believe this Project Trinity is for the 3 guilds. GPU is 30 WGP 60 CU AMD RDNA3. Memory 16 gigabytes of GDDR6, 18 gigabits per second. All right, let's see.
On the current gen PlayStation 5 for the compatibility, and it will have the dynamic frequency that will peak at 4.4 gigahertz. The chip has 64 kilobits of L1 cache per core, 512 of L2 cache per core, and 8 megabits of L3 shared. It'll have 16 gigabytes of 18 gigabits per second of GDDR6. It'll have a 256-bit memory bus with 576 gigabytes of memory for bandwidth. The GPU frequency target is 2 gigahertz. This lands the dual issue of
somebody was telling me that this console would have 100 flip-flops, but I'm seeing 28 flip-flops here. 28.67 flip-flops of computing power. Wow, these ponies are in for a treat.
teraflops in the range of 28.76 teraflops peak, temporarily stable upscaled 4K output at a higher resolution and frame rate of 30 FPS. That is the PlayStation 5's Pro goal.
Now let me ask you guys something. Do you think it would we will ever see 30 frames per second on the PlayStation 5 Pro? Because these ponies are acting like when they get the PlayStation 5 Pro, 30 frames per second would be abolished. They will never see 30 frames per second even as an option on the PlayStation 5 Pro. I expect that if I'm paying $650 or let's say $700 for a console, you are telling me that 30 frames is no more, right?
And I'll make sure in the description of this video below, I'll leave a link to the leaked specs for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Reading these specs and understanding them is a legit science, so if I actually mispronounce something or missay something, that's definitely on me. But as I said before, I don't see how the PlayStation 5 Pro releases for lower than $650. Maybe they'll force it down to $599, but this system is going to be expensive, almost too expensive, with this generation being the...
How much you guys think the PlayStation 5 Pro would be? Think it would be 600? Think it would be 650 or 699? How much would this console be? I mean, given what we are seeing here, it's at least, for the least, maybe I'm saying about $675, $700. Yeah, 600 to 650, $700. Anonymous boss, $700. Yeah, this PlayStation 5, I mean, if it is you are paying $700 for a console, I expect nothing but top tier performance. So I don't want to see anything dropping under 60 frames per second. If it drops below 60 frames per second, something is wrong, right?
The 4K 60 console generation. We still can't even get games that are 60 FPS at 4.
We still have some new persons in the chat. I'm seeing Original Gamer. I'm seeing Understanding. Guys, welcome. You're a bit late, but welcome.
1440p, let alone 4K. But I am excited to see the new AI upscaling technology that PlayStation has been developing. Maybe it'll be a big selling point, but I doubt it. If we had some big first-party games releasing this holiday season, a PlayStation 5 Pro dropping alongside it, I could totally see a demand for it. But at this point, I really don't see it. Once they start revealing PlayStation Studio games, hopefully next year, I can see a PlayStation 5 Pro actually making sense, but I just don't see it right now. The specs of the console do look nice and the design is clean, but it's all about the functionality for these Pro consoles, and I don't foresee a game releasing this year where I need a PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm perfectly fine with my gaming PC until the PlayStation and Nintendo release another exclusive, but that's just my thoughts on the matter. I'm hyped to see what PlayStation decides to do. In some ways, I hope it's just one big general direct review.
We have a super chat by Nico, the gaming hero. Nico is saying the PlayStation 5 Pro should have launched with GTA 6. I mean, if the PlayStation 5 Pro launches with GTA 6, that might do some damage. That might do some damage, guys. Let's hope that Microsoft is able to block that if that there's some sort of marketing deal. I mean, if Sony is to get Grand Theft Auto with that PlayStation 5 Pro, I mean, that might do some damage when it comes to sales. Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Reveal games coming out next year, and hopefully give us a solid
I'm seeing it.
timeline on stuff to look forward to with the PlayStation 5 Pro, especially like the Hogwarts Legacy Director's Cut that's rumored. That would definitely make me buy a Pro. Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you plan on picking up the PlayStation 5 Pro? Do you even have a need for it right now? What first-party title do you think that PlayStation announces next? For me, it's got to be Ghost of Tsushima 2. And also, don't forget, we're also giving away a PS5 at 80,000 subscribers. If you guys would like to enter, all you have to do is like this.
So yeah, so that's the leaks there for the PlayStation 5 Pro. I mean, who is this console for? Who is this console for? I mean, what experience that the PlayStation 5 Pro would be able to give you, if not what the PlayStation 5 can give you? We have Lions Mac Tech with the $5 dono bumping off the gaming hero, and he is saying we need pick up Deadpool since they have Wolverine. Checkmate. Team X. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I saw somebody new in the chat there. Who is that guy in the chat there? I saw new there. I saw a guy. Who else? 22. That is a pony there, man. He has, transcended into a pony. All right. So yeah. So Lion Smack is saying we need pick up Deadpool since they have Wolverine. So in other words, he's saying Xbox could pick up Deadpool, but then again, Lions Mac, we know that Microsoft would have picked up this guy Blade. So right now Microsoft has Blade, Microsoft has Indiana Jones, but something like that, I don't know what Microsoft would do if Microsoft has Deadpool, Wolverine. They may not want to separate those two characters, seeing that the movie has done so well. Yeah, I don't think they might want to have it on two different platforms. Yeah. So yeah. So are you guys going to buy the PlayStation 5 Pro? I am seeing that being robbed without a gun. If you guys buy that PlayStation 5 Pro, I'm not saying you need to have software to justify buying that hardware, right? If it is that does not launch with some kind of big seller games, then what is the sense buying the PlayStation 5 Pro? I mean, come on, guys. It must have a game that would justify the purchase. But let's look at this here. Somebody is saying, okay, so this here, I saw somebody was saying this. Let me show you guys this. This was deceased Robin Williams talking about Call of Duty.
Yeah. Big video gamer.
Oh, I've been playing it for a while. I mean, and I always play like Call of Duty.
Oh.
Yeah. Veterans of Foreign Video Wars. It's always weird too when you're playing
To believe it, have some guys who are questioning the power of Call of Duty. I mean, come on. Call of Duty is going to sell big time.
play online and you get owned by a 10-year-old. You're like,
You're my bitch. Hey, old man, I own your ass.
How old are you?
Kiss me. I'm amazed you can see that on film.
but playing online is that thing, and it's always weird when you play after like 10 o'clock at night. There people playing from other countries, and one night there was a guy playing. It was, I think, a young Frenchman going, "Does anyone here speak French?" And I went, "Je parle français." He went, "Could you please help me?" And I felt like we were doing, Private Ryan. I was going, "Stay with me, I'll protect you."
Yo, I can't believe this man killed him. I can't believe this man unalived himself. Jeez. This is sad.
Here we go. Behind that wall. Stay down here. Are there others?
Just one more. Stay right here. Stay here.
I will
And then
never
the little
forget
kid runs. What?
I own the frog.
Shut up. Watch out for the little kid. There's a nasty 10-year-old. He's up there and he's in the tower with a sniper rifle. Stay
Yeah, I mean, everyone is playing the Call of Duty beta and everyone is loving it, right? We even have these guys talking about, look at these guys here.
Is people are asking from a more PlayStation centric point of view, like, what is this? What do you do with this? And people have been asking, Chris, is this the biggest failure in first party history? And I'm like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What do you
I
expect?
can't think of a first party PlayStation game that was worse, that was commercially received worse than this. There are critical PlayStation games that were received worse than this. And what I mean by that is a specific first party PlayStation published game. Because there are second party games, and again, I'm not trying to beat up on Jaffe and Drawn to Death. He's very self-deprecating about the game himself. I actually thought it was a really cool idea. I just don't play multiplayer games. But that game bombed.
These ponies are still having this discussion on Concord. I mean, yeah, this Concord is going to hurt for years.
Too. And you have first party-ish kind of games like I brought up Kill Strain recently, which was a San Diego studio game when they tried that was a MOBA. And that game failed too. But I think in terms of prestige, effort, money put into it, time put into it, attention, marketing, positioning, yeah, Concord has got to be the biggest first party failure in PlayStation history.
Wow. Ooh, buddy.
About my observation that if Sony starts buying these teams without working with them first and kind of buys without seeing.
Yeah, so his argument is that Sony should have worked with Firewalk. Sony should have been in the kitchen frying fried rice and that wok before they bought Firewalk Studios, man. Before they bought Firewalk Studios, man.
Seeing the product, they're going to get in dangerous situations where they don't know what they're doing. And this has happened with Bungie and it's happened with Firewalk. And it makes you wonder about if it will happen with Haven too. In other words, buying.
I'm seeing a new guy in the chats. We have, well, I think I shouted Gamers for Life. We also have Game Vista Hub. What up, man? Welcome. Game Vista Hub.
You know, having a one night stand and getting married the next day. That doesn't really
Pardon me?
make
What's
any
that?
sense.
Yeah.
And it's put them in this precarious situation.
This guy is saying that Sony had a one-night stand with Firewalk and got married to them.
And I can't help but wonder how different this whole situation would be, not from a commercial or critical reception point of view, it would be the same, but if Sony simply didn't buy this team, how much easier it would be for them to walk away from the product, walk away from the mistake and all the rest. What I'm intrigued about now with Firewalk is
This nothing Sony could have done to could have saved Concord, because Bungie was the secret agent who was trying to get these games to fail. They hired Bungie to, take from their knowledge of games as a service, and Bungie, I believe, misled Sony to have Sony believe that Concord was going to rip up the streets. Concord would have demolished the gaming charts. I mean, it would have put any of these games on notice. I believe Bungie was the double agent there. So nothing what Sony could have done could have stopped the disaster that was Concord, right? But we will see if Concord could see a resurgence with the PlayStation 5 Pro. I mean, come on. When Concord launches on the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's going to shut the streets down, guys. You pony is going to dominate when it comes to, active users, man. Come on. I can't wait. But guys, this is the end of the stream tonight. Let me thank the donors for the night. Lion Smack Tech. We thank you for your donation. Of course, we had the Gaming Hero. Of course, we had Biarios. Biarios would have supported tonight. And of course, Biarios would have Tommy Bull. Although he's a pony and jabroni, he did support tonight as well. So thank you guys for supporting the stream. It does go a long way. But yeah, stay tuned. I have our next video coming up. I might release it either tomorrow or Tuesday. If you don't see it tomorrow, you'll see it Tuesday. Look out for that. And look out for more coming next week as well. So guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Stay cool, stay calm, and don't forget, always put God first and mankind after. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.